Hey guys, it's Sad Crowman. I was researching for my Electra Heart 10 Years Retrospect video that I've been working on, and when I decided, you know what would be nice? Listening to Electra Heart while writing about Electra Heart. But then, as I scrolled down, what the gravy boat is this? Marina has released an album called Overdose? Really? I've never heard of this album at all. So I and some others thought, could she have released a surprise album? So I investigated. Usually Marina features herself in all her covers, but this seemed to be somebody else. Someone with whose lips and jaw were different. And the cover didn't seem much like Marina's style, and there were references to Japan in the titles. The track listing is Keto Elevator, Women's Golf, Yen, Celia, at Cosme, Reflection, This Love, Take My Name, Paper Doll, First Class, Overdose, and 77777, a gambling reference, I'm sure. So, it just, none of this seemed very Marina-like to me. But there it was, on Marina's page under her name. And yeah, she has referenced visiting Japan before, but last I checked, she was on tour with Panic at the Disco. I must have missed the phase of her life where she spent, living abroad, working at a ramen ya or something. Since I wasn't getting answers from YouTube Music, I decided to check out to see if this was also on her YouTube channel, and it was, yes. When you click on it, you get these ambient noises, by the way. No offense to the artist, it's just I can't imagine Marina putting out some weird ambient album unannounced, not saying a word about it. But, there it was, under her name again, leaving me to wonder what was going on. Now, some theorized that perhaps she was hacked, but I doubt this entirely. Most of these sorts of videos are auto-generated by YouTube after being provided to them by a music distributor, and that is what happened here. And of course, since they are all auto-generated, by the way, by the YouTube algorithm, guess what else happens automatically? That's right, the comments are switched to off, so people can't discuss the strangeness of this with each other, which of course exacerbates this strangeness, the confusion here. But yeah, during my time wandering around the internet to see what other people were saying, I did encounter a lot of rumors that this was just a preview of her next album or that this is a surprise album, but I personally, I'm not convinced that this is true, and I will tell you why. Firstly, upon a quick glance of the YouTube video description, you can see that it was provided by Massanext Inc., and I probably pronounced that wrong, but anyway. So since Marina left Atlantic, some people saw this Massanext thing and they thought, hey, this must be her new label, since she was going off to make her own label, so I've heard. But no, Massanext Incorporated, it's an already existing music distributor formed in Japan, and it's been around for quite a while now. I believe they've worked with, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong too, Danganronpa. I have no, I don't even know what it is. Okay, you're gonna have to excuse me here, but I searched through Massanex's website and I found no mention of Marina at all on there. And Marina's a pretty big artist, so I can't imagine a new album from her not making the front page, at least for a little while, considering this was just released. And what else I couldn't find? I couldn't find any Marinas anywhere. Now, since Marina is a common name, that gives me the impression that the Marina who produced Overdose is so obscure they didn't even make it onto the distributor's website as a feature when their release came out. Which is kind of, sad, but I'll explain why later. Now, I can't imagine Marina working with a Japanese distributor and dropping a surprise, half-completed album anyway. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't think that's a logical scenario, and as disappointing as it is, I think it will be quite a while before we get a new Marina album. It sucks that this got our hopes up, but so thanks a lot, YouTube algorithm. Hold back my best videos and promote my crappy ones instead? Fine, you have that right. But make me think there's a new Marina album? Unspeakable! Got my hopes up for nothing, and yet at the same time, I felt, oh my goth, I am a terrible Marina fan because it has been released days ago and I did not know about it. So thank you for the panic attack, YouTube. Very rude. This is a direct crime against the gays. This is also possibly a crime against one of the Marinas, because they're They're falsely attributing the work of Marina to Marina. I don't know how to say this in a way that makes sense. I mean, this is an extremely obscure artist we're talking about. I couldn't find anything about this new Marina on Massenex's website or anywhere else on the web, so they probably don't have the resources for legal action. Or else they would have put that money into their career by now, pretty sure. So let's take this as a teachable moment, if nothing else. Do not name your anything after something that already exists if you can help it. And on our Marina's end, dropping the and the diamonds cleared up a lot of confusion initially because people thought she was a band consisting of multiple people. So, there was a lot of confusion early on in her career about that. But now this has led to more confusion because something is being attributed to her that she did not make, which if she knows about this, I'm sure it's annoying. I don't know if she knows about this, but yeah, it's not the biggest mess for her now, but I'd say if she knows about it, that's pretty this would annoy me. For the other artists, though, the other Marina, this might actually be devastating, which is why I really advise against just using a common first name as your stage name. Marina is a big enough artist where this probably won't affect her really, but for this new artist, they really shot themselves in the foot early on, and they have 2 albums out from what I can tell so far. Now, in attempt to find this Japanese Marina, I went to Spotify, and I found that their album was not attributed to our Greek Welsh Marina. Hurrah! Just kidding. Yeah, I have no idea who this person is either. So there's not one, but 2 Marinas that they're competing with. They have got their work cut out for them, for sure. So, you've probably figured out what's going on by now, but if you're younger but maybe if you don't know how this stuff works, basically what's going on here is that the algorithms or the people behind Spotify, YouTube, they are mixing up this smaller Marina with the bigger Marina and putting it out under her name, and that's why there's so much confusion here. It could be human error, it could be machine error. I'm leaning toward maybe a mix of both. So yeah, if you're a struggling new artist, do not do this. You will rot in obscurity, I promise you. I spent an hour searching for this Japanese Marina to no avail whatsoever. Didn't find a crumb of anything on them, except their music itself. And that is way longer than you can expect the average person to be searching for you. If an hour's search turned up completely fruitless, you can either change your name, your branding, your marketing strategy, or you can kiss your dreams goodbye. But sad crow man, you say. Are we going to pretend that the crow formerly known as Piper Sweeney is good branding? Good question. No, we aren't. I gave up on this channel a long time ago. I just consider this my personal channel where I do whatever I want. I am amazed that it continues to grow. I changed it to this obnoxiously long name because I was mad about Google saying a bunch of random Piper Sweeneys were me, but I didn't have another pen name at the ready. And I wanted it to end, and I was so mad. I was mad enough to nuke my whole channel at that point because, I wasn't showing my face at the time. I was anonymous. I'm still mad about it, honestly, and I still have yet to think of a name that suits me, but to be fair, you know what does suit me? Being hard to find and get a hold of. Just ask my friends. So anyway, yeah, do as I say, not as I do with this one, guys. I was caught up in a really weird situation and don't have an idea how to reconcile it. But when you're first starting out, pick something out that's distinct. Especially if you're not going to show your face. If you're interested in my characters and stories, by the way, please go ahead and check out my side channel. That's the one that I'm actually investing my time in, excuse me, and that's where my audiobook will be when it's done. And in the meantime, I'm posting a bunch of Sims videos that have a storyline, embarrassingly enough, and I should probably stop because that is so stupid, but I am having way too much fun with them, and they're adding years back onto my life, so I'm sorry, guys. I can't stop. I won't stop. And I also won't sing Miley Cyrus, I promise. Says we who won't not stop! Oh yeah, I also have a new age channel, but there's like nothing here that blah 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 blah. So yeah, guys, seriously, if you are a new artist and your name is common, please find something else to call yourself. It'll save you a huge headache. You won't necessarily get as unlucky as I did with the whole Piper Sweeney confusion. I mean, that was probably a specific YouTuber who I'm not naming for legal reasons, who hated me, trying to corner me into a face reveal by sending Google false information from multiple accounts. Shut up, Bluetooth speaker. Just shut up. This is just a theory for legal reasons, and I am mad that it worked. As long as you but as long as you choose a first and last name that aren't currently being used in the arts, you should be okay. But it's very important that you choose a name that's discoverable in search engines. If you don't do yourself that, you are really hurting your career. Because otherwise, what's happening here to this Japanese Marina is that the first thing people are thinking of when they discover them is going to be earth-shattering disappointment because they thought they were their favorite gay icon and they weren't. They were just another person named Marina. So this is going to be very damaging to this person's career if they don't get a handle on it. And judging by the fact that they have 2 albums out now, each under a different Marina that's not them, they really need to get a handle on this, man. Anyway, I hope that cleared up some of the confusion there. I have other Marina videos on my channel if you're interested. If you're not interested in that, maybe you're interested in The Sims and you can check out that side channel I mentioned. Whatever the case, please rate, subscribe, and blessed be motherfuckers. See y'all. Have a great day. Today we're taking a break from Eretti and her life ruining to check up on William and Elijah, who are married. Elijah is so clingy, he takes his plate with him and follows William into the bathroom. Like, can you not spend like 2 seconds alone? Joke about old times. Hey, remember that time my ex-wife and I kidnapped you? What a great way to start off a relationship, right? Yeah.